craft, input from Saminaka, courtesy the Community Development Charter. Most of the House members, I don't know, can I say I'm not aware of the process, or they have not given the desired attention to the process? Because that framework, if you are a politician, Wallah is enough for you. And it's a turnaround on Matarata, give me good around. Go, Yaro now take Makaranta, give me school fees. It's a turnaround on that. We have been doing that and there wasn't a result. If I go to any member, I want 10 million, then nobody will know that you want 10 million. I will just close my mouth. But if I do what 10 million CDC project in my constituency, I can shout, and 1,000 citizens can attest, and they can also benefit to that. But unless we have given attention, desired attention to that, and our thinking on CDC is not only local government budget, it's not only state budget. Our thinking is federal, where the chunk fund could in an amount. So if we can organize this process, we can come to our senators and house members to say these are projects that have been identified by your constituents. Select the one that you want to do for them. Claim the ownership that we know, so that people will now reduce. People will stop asking you on 10,000, 50,000 for Urawa, 30,000 for this. If they ask that, then you can ask them which one do I do this one or I do this. And I believe the consensus will always be because it's more about water, it's more about renovation of classroom, and then access road to where people can go to their farms and then come to the town to buy one or two things. But we need to shout on this. We need to own this process. And if you look at the acts in this CDC, one you don't need to campaign. I wouldn't mind to say one nobody can stop you, understand. You led to the implementation of that. And as far as they are concerned, it seems we don't recognize, we don't push. I don't know what to call it. Right now, how many projects do they have? More than and it has been automated. It has been automated. See, I think that's what I'm supposed to say. But then you can say everything like I said, that code is somebody Community Development Charter and Gama project. Take a team with our motor and go say to our worker. But that's why that's what you do, but you don't give me transport. And that's how we are. If anyone denies CS of anything, what life is not going to see anybody. They are not prepared. Nobody gives them. Nobody gives them. Sometimes I do ask him, how do you survive? It's only like in academic workshop, in the numbers per DM, and that's all. Their main is the community at heart. Let people understand how to engage with the government. And now we have automated this thing. You can you click in, buy when you harmonize the code, this is what is agreed, you can click in and then send here the web, and we can get it here. Who are the people that can push? What are the projects of the local government? What are the projects of the state? What are the projects of the federal? A kowane territorial district. We are carrying from there. We are looking for high-level stakeholders who can push this project to their implementation. And honestly, this is a very good process. And unless you understand how the process is, you will think, I need a cause of change. No, it has to be a consensus project within the community. And the person that send it, akwai number shi, akwai sunan shi, and it will be endorsed by one of the leaders of the community. Whatever the one they call is. So I want to talk on this. This has significantly improved participation indirectly, because direct participation it is always associated with cost. Mukuma will want to always reduce the cost. And I think I need to stop here. Let me hear a feedback from you before I get my seat. So if you have any feedback from that, starting from what was it and also what I did, please let's have a comment, question, or any other information that we need to about what. Yeah. Okay, fine. Precise, precise.
At what stage Honorable House get access to information on taking healthcare, SID, and
Okay.
the second question also.
Are you hearing?
The second question goes to
Use the mic.
you made mention of
Ya ku shirya ba ni ta ga cikin da ya yi
someone question about okay, at what stage, my first question goes like this. At what stage does the Honorable House have access to information? And then SID and the development plan. There is no question about how Portland makes sufficient executive project. But what exactly I don't understand. Also, talking about MTSS. So I think maybe the project is contribution to clarify what to do by MTSS budget proposal.
Okay, he said at what point? One, SDP, once it has been approved and launched, it is public. Yana not on it. Go on the Google, www.bbc.com, you will see SDP is there. As long as governor has approved, council, let me not say governor, council has approved a public document that you can get it anywhere. If you didn't get, then you can get it where it has been produced, which is Planning and Budget Commission. But the issue is, most at times, you see, the print copies are always not enough. That is why we always encourage, since the soft copy and the print copy is the same thing, we can encourage people to download from the website. But if people insist on hard copy, we can only give them the available copy we have. And if they have exhausted, we can ask them, sorry, we don't have hard copy there, this is soft copy. Then the SIP and
Development.
no, that's the development plan. Then the MTEL, we present to the assembly. And it's expected that the appropriation should also share with other members if they think necessary to have information, because they are all representing. But our own, once Munakawa was it, Munakawa assembly, and we have appropriation in the Kuma is represented. Then the SIP, like I mentioned, you can get it from the sector. We can give you from the planning, but the appropriate is the sector. They want everything. You can decide to say, okay, we want to look at the sector plan so that we can do our analysis. But we can give you all those things. But let them give you so that they should know who's produce a thing and they own it. They can give you that. But in case, I don't think they will even deny you to say, well, they will always give you. You can get it from there. Then you ask of MTSS and budget. What you mean by MTSS is the same thing as medium-term sector strategy. While this one is annual, this one is taking 3 years. 2014, 2004, 2024, 2025, 2026. When the budget only look at the current year saving, she won't say that document. Just like that, in MTSS, the figure in 2025, but as we are in 2024, we propose figure for 2025 and 2026. But those figures are tentative figures. They are not the real figures. Then look at it, we have to look at the reality, any reality, whether inflation has come in, whether inflation has reduced, so that we can now put the exact figure that we then the intended project. So these are the two different. One is for 1 year. When we have still 1 year, current year, then we project for 2 years. But those people in the when we are just making projection. They will be able to when they declare that.
So in terms of executing capital projects,
yes.
how do you relate it with the allocation of funds? Supposing now you don't have adequate money there, cover the reallocation from beginning to completion. So if any MTSS can be applied in that possibility.
You can only implement what the resources available resources you have been given. How about that?
Well, now I'm not supposed to say that when you only
that is what yes, and that is why we are saying let's squeeze. We should not always go out of the 50 million that, for example, and what are the 50 million? Let's make sure that squeeze the 50 million to go round.
So that balancing of what's going
yes,
on. We need to sensitize honorable members to that. Okay, they can use this. You have balance, you know how to balance it, and there is window for all. Everything.
My problem is that we cannot solve a problem overnight. In case, if I can tell them that this assembly now can solve this thing, it's not possible. But understand it first. I can't tell you what strategy we use to stop this thing. But let's you have the idea. Let's understand what that it is. Then collectively we can sit down or we can think on how we can begin to stop this thing happening. And by I cannot tell you this is how this is stopped. Yes, sir.
Yes. My own is not a question.
Yes, sir.
But I want to advise. I want to advise,
yes,
particularly on the issue of this medium-term expenditure framework.
yes.
That's the MTF. I believe there are timelines. When to submit MTF before the submission of the budget or bringing on the budget estimate. Why do you stand on ground? I want to call on budget planning. Sometimes members find it difficult to learn because their approach in haste within a day, what is supposed to take 2 days, 3 days, is done within 2 hours. Let's be very honest with ourselves. You see these honorable members, they listen more than reading more. No, let's be very honest with ourselves. They listen more than carrying the document and saying the one reading. Me, I'll be there, so I'll tell you, I remember that last time to read. But when they are exposed to this rudiment, most especially at the concept of the assembly like this, they get the graph. Because the MTF gives the insight completely of what the budget estimate that is coming will look like. That's all about it. So if they didn't grab what the MTF is from the beginning now, I'm telling you, the committees will just come for volunteer. They will just say, I allocated so million. Okay, any problem, no problem, you can put them. That's all. At the end of the day, when it comes to reviewing those things, because of that basis that is not there, there will be difficulties. That's what I advise.
Thank you. I think it's a good advice.
No. When it finishes.
Okay.
Thank you very much. This area actually is what we are going to decide.
Sorry, Dr. Peter, can you repeat your introduction? And then tell them the background. I'm linking this up to something, right? So that honorable members that are here will be able to know what we are cutting and how we are looking at it.
These are what it is. It's not a complete introduction. Your name is Dr. Peter Adamu. I'm so happy because before you mention this, that was the right thing. We must do our last one. Our major concern for us has always been how we conceive the assumptions and when we are presenting and saying that the budget affect everything, you take it to the house will check to get that this thing actually realistic. But all these was seeing angels come together in most cases. Well, I'm happy that these members are here and they are bringing up this thing. And I'm not even there can bring us here together. Maybe 5 members or discuss how to do it. But in civil society themselves, some of them are trying to bring their capacity around understanding mental themselves. They are not able to grab what they are supposed to grab. Let alone the members that don't have background, accounting, economics, or whatever. Who are happy that is mentioned here, also as our member in this house. So we are optimistic that we are going to see a deviation from the past. And the nothing here at the very is open, is going to support us in actually put this as part of what we do in the house. So we're very happy. We have the past also to come and discuss with members and we have the past going forward. So I'm very and very much ready to keep our services to better get of our communities.
Thank you, Doctor. I think honestly, we are beginning to make changes this year. That something came up. You see removal. No, you see this subsidy removal. It has distorted so many things in the MPEP that we need to wait a bit. We shouldn't be fast because we want to get it right. It has affected so many things. We are beginning to see, probably because of the action of the president, we are beginning to see an increase in crude oil production in the state, in Nigeria. Then this issue of events, we also need to all patiently to see what decision has been agreed upon. Are we going to be having official exchange rate, or the parallel market will determine what the dollar will be like? You see, sometimes when we are talking about MTEC, we don't want to go deep because people may not understand some things for some. You know, like doctor. Talking what you read, somebody will not be able to what is the relationship between your MTEC in Kaduna and what you read? Something from the global market is affecting our MTEC, and what you read has affected them. So you see, you have to look at so many things for you to get near to accurate. You can't get accurate. And you see, this inflation, we still have issue of what will be the population inflation in 2023, talk less of projecting inflation in 2024. Unless we get a base in 2023, we cannot be able to project what the population inflation will be like. Talk about the prices of crude oil. No muke sayawa a Nigeria. Har yanzu akwai some issue in terms of whether it will remain 550, whether it will come down, whether it will increase. So these are some of the indices we need to carefully study and see how we have concluded on that so that we can get exact. And you can see that by this, our overhead, our issue of salary increment, we also need to be factored in, because if this will happen, we continue, certainly we need to increase salary. We need to increase cost of governance. But all those things now are not on the table for us to take accurate decisions. That may delay to some extent our presentation of MPP. Honestly, it's not intentional whatsoever. We had wanted to do this thing on time. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Honorable Officer.
See, allow them. This is the name. Ask your question. Ask your question for it.
Maybe you hear me clearer.
Yes.
All right. It's my pleasure to be in this program. And I want to say I've added more to the rudiments we got at the induction course we held in Abuja. And on our return, the governor, who is himself a legislator, pushed for a town hall, for collaboration between the stakeholders in terms of, projects. Proposals were made for town hall meetings last week. But at the eve of the beginning of such program, by these discussions going on, I understood Dr. Goji to be speaking from the background of the CSOs, with the opposition, simply put, from an apolitical point of view, under an ideal situation. This is what should be. You are in government, and when you came up, you follow suit, but at the time, you went to government side, defending here and there. And what do I mean? If this is the ideal situation, this is what is expected of us in the legislature to do, and these are the ways to go about it. Then you threw in, a caveat, a kind of a bottleneck, that 10 plus 10 must not necessarily mean 20. 5 plus 5 must not necessarily mean 10, because the budget, connotes a political statement. Then, how do we, from this side of the assembly, push on government or some, what do you call it, implementation sector to doing the needful, where we know that there are political statements attached. And again, when the governor gave room for that, collaboration, back in my own constituency, we scheduled a meeting with all the relevant stakeholders. At the local government level, we later broke to the wards. Every ward should come up with their needs from each of the wards, which we later harnessed at a particular level, brought it out in print, in collaboration with the CDCs in the local government, with the aim of submitting to government when we shall be presented at the town hall, meeting, which was scheduled. You find out that we are trying to do the needful, but the bottlenecks in government are trying to sabotage the effort. Then by the end of the day, we have the passion to do it, but the room is not there. Then what happens? Lastly, sorry sir, lastly, I understand this program has been going on for long with, our predecessors. I'm happy he is here as the chairman of this committee for the past 8 years. And I understand this program has been holding, time in, time out. From your side, what impact has these seminars, brought to the system that would, encourage us to continue?
Let's comment first.
Good fundamental teaching, foundation teaching.
Just want to quickly change something which is regarding what my honorable just said about the conceptual agreement, how we can allow this gentleman is going to proceed to reply what we have ideas. This lesson we shall have Commissioner Planning works event. So if assuming they're here, we will be able to take a decision or agree how to follow this. What was people like us feel town hall is not appropriate this time. What is the most important to the government to familiarize themselves? Honorable members, let him know if he's honorable to see that this is my member from Java. And let him have one-on-one discussion with Honorable Java. That will have more impact than having 1,000 people talking about what should be done in that Java in Kapancha. So I think something similar to that will soon happen, but Governor, honorable members, and state executive council will sit at a point in one place, probably in the night, agree, solve the state. If I have a problem with my take time and listen to me, to be given to me, to present this. Commissioner Plan is there, American is there, and the rest of the programs. That was the point that happened to town. And we just came out with this. We just got what do I do? The first question they were asking, so you don't have a plan, you don't have a program. How do you run your campaign? We kick against that. Because we are in this game for long. I started my first election in 1990. What was a woman. He doesn't even believe in this fantastic election there. So the tendency of him making mistakes is there. So what I would like to appeal to the economic planning people here is to encourage the executive arm to hold this tripartite meeting. Let us have a common sense, common understanding of what we intend to do for the people of Kaduna State in the next 4 years. This thing happened to us in 1999, we see table one and we do the whole state, local government, where we feel we should change strategy, we change it. Where we think we should accelerate, where we should feel we should
application. But from the government, I know we used to have just one less memory, the Mohammed government, where who keep people exposed to our paper. And the result was, let's say, repeated, and people also repeated from those operations they presented to us. Each time, everyone, you can never find everybody connecting or reporting a meeting, the decision taken, or the decision. So I want to do from all you are trying to have sustainable democracy. By way of standing firmly for the people in terms of the singular. And I hope President will help us survey healthcare much area before the election, by the time we can deliberate and agree. Because we have possible to come back. And the government is looking for the protection of the point. So, we are trying to make something this time. I hope you will also hear more on the level of people there more and more people in this democracy. Thank you very much.
You have responded. The only thing I want to talk is one, sir. I quite agree. For any, if you see someone enjoying, you must have labored for it. You have this zeal. You are committed. You don't expect to press a door and it opens. If you are committed type, you keep on pressing until it what? It opens. If you press once it opens, then you need to ask yourself questions. Something is faulty. You will not give value to that easy opening. But when you drag, and you kept it open. Once you get in, you never allow it what? To close. Because you know how you suffer to get it open. Then lastly, as whether impact or not, I believe, and others can attest, it has impact. When we don't have MTEL, there was a time you take budget assembly and you see 10 billion addition from what was sent. Members who are there in their meeting. But right from the time we have started this thing, there was a time we presented with 0 addition from the assembly. And because I believe they are conscious of there is something that is binding. So I feel that is why we say, let us inculcate to this assembly so that they know they should not be making arbitrary increment. And I want to suggest, sir, if you have anything that you want it to get into the budget, don't wait until it comes to the assembly. Your chances of getting into the budget is minimal. Remember, you can collaborate with the Honorable Commissioner of the sector you are thinking he would do. Commissioner, I have XYZ I needed to get into the budget. From there, it will come there, and it will follow the natural flow of it, rather than waiting until when it comes. Excellency has already put his own, and you also want to put his own. If you put your own, then you know that
issue of pardon will begin to arise.
yeah, you understand. So needed my advice. Let's careful member. In Kalafu like abu, you don't feel too big to meet the Honorable Commissioner. This is what I want. Kuma wazemaka. And I believe the way and manner you are well respected, I don't think there is any member that can go in any agency and say, I want to see Commissioner, I want to see this, I want to see this, and the review short his door. I say, he can dare make that mistake. So I'm appealing, start from there. Naturally it will follow, and you take it. You also follow it. In another appropriation, aka duba in ka ga an cire to sai ka ci abin da mata abu na sai
Thank you very much, Basi. I think I'm very happy at the comments and response from Basi as well. Honorable members, when we met in Abuja, the right honorable speaker agreed that areas we feel technical support should be provided to the House of Assembly because of the huge number of turnover in the House of Assembly. We should go ahead and do that. And I want to say one of the key things he raised. I forwarded this to the clerk for her to look at it, and we will now have conversation with the speaker, and then we will now look at how that is going to be done. What he has talked about is strengthening executive legislative relations. It's here. And the essence is, right from Bunker, you remember the choker. We brought the executive and we brought the legislature together. I think that was one of the key things achieved in 2018. And we hope to do the same thing so that we can strengthen relationship between the executive and the legislature. I want to read under the TA, leadership to dialogue with government to facilitate joint executive legislative retreat for the government to share the vision and plan with lawmakers and cabinet members to buy in and support. That is what we have proposed. Now, this is going to go to Right Honorable Speaker. I want to finish the dialogue with the clerk first of all, then we will now go to the speaker with this. It is not the only one. There are a lot of other things that we intend to do to strengthen relations even between the legislature and the civil society. You have heard what the academia has also mentioned. It's also an intended plan. When during the executive legislative dialogue in 2018, I think the former commissioner planner also presented MTech to the members, and then the now understood. When we had the retreat in Abuja, MTech was also presented to honorable members. It was presented to honorable members. So those are the kind of things we feel technical support should be provided in that regard so that the relationship will be strengthened and then understanding and take some of these things forward. So I will hand over the microphone to Goji now so that at least we are on a short time to take your questions, but let's not apologize for now so that I must take up the remaining session. Please, a round of applause for Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Masu, for setting the stage. Just to align with the conversation that we both got, this is fiscal responsibility law, and this is what it says about the submission of the MTech State Assembly. So if you see what section 16(1) it says, that means that the form of the next financial year. They was the state assembly million plan expenditure framework for the next 3 financial years. So that letter at 3 months to the end of this, the 4 months to the end of this year, it is expected that the planning and assessment will not. The first one is question of when the law was passed. The second one now is thereafter. It should be 4 months. So if you look at the framework should be shall consider for approval such modification independently as the House of Assembly finds appropriate by the resolution. So it means that the House also has the power to modify the medium term expenditure framework. So that will not depend on capacity. So let me go back to the main presentation. This is just to highlight the legal backing for the medium-term expenditure. So I'm reading this presentation. So we have the Office of the Federal State and Local Government. So anywhere I go off, they can guide me because I'm reading the presentation because the main engagement is actually to look at instructions. And like I highlighted from the beginning of the conversation, every Google now matters. Every one matters now. And it's only the working process that can ensure that that Google matters. And all of our eyes must be on every one together and all of that. So the critical question is, why is accountability important? Why is accountability important? And I have some quotes that I will use and I will use it to emphasize why accountability matters. One is the power that you corrupt, absolute power corrupts, absolutely. So it means that when you have accountability arm that is not checked, and they have the power to do and undo, the likelihood that that power will be abused for corrupt purposes is there. And that is the quote by Lord Acton. Then the second one says, I say that power must never be trusted without a check. That is by Lord Acton. Then the last one, people that read French, we actually read the person but they are just difficult. Separation of power among different organs of government is the best safeguard against tyranny. And it is in that direction that the Constitution has empowered the State Assembly on the basis of the principles of separation of power, to always check and balance what the executive arm is doing. And even within the executive, there is also an accountability mechanism put in place to check how, especially financial resources, are generated, managed, distributed, utilized, and reported and accounted for. And that is the office of the general, both at the state, local, and local government in that direction. So basically, the conversation around accountability borders on three things. We have three levels of accountability. The biggest level of accountability is actually the vertical accountability. The vertical accountability happens every 4 years. That is when people vote you out for not delivering what they want. So it is every election cycle is a call to accountability for how you have performed in the past 4 years. The second level of accountability is the diagonal accountability, where the civil society, on behalf of the larger citizens, organize themselves to directly engage those in government to hold them accountable, which is what some of us do in civil society. Now to horizontal accountability. Horizontal is government checking government. So you have the general office checking government entities, holding them account as to how we manage our resources. So also the legislative arm, through their oversight function and the activities of the Public Accounts Committee, have been empowered to check the executive in carrying out those responsibilities. So when we talk about accountability, what is it for? This is what it is for. To hold the opposing institution account in ensuring that the 8.04 million residents of that are nationally poor are removed out of poverty. To ensure that the about 84.4%, which is the baseline poverty rate in the state development plan. So this one from the state development plan, and check it now there. It's saying that 4.9% are income poor. Then 44.3% are unemployed is if you look at Kaduna State, by virtue of our age structure, Kaduna State has a very young population. This statistic says 49% of residents of Kaduna are below 40 years. The same document says that about 67% of the population are below 24 years. Then about 80% of the population in Kaduna are below 35 years. So this will get our politicians of the that you're dealing in the next 4 years, because in the next 4 years we will have matured. Those that are 14 years will have become 18 years and eligible to vote. So do we understand their language? Do we understand their expectations? Do we understand their aspirations? And this is a generation that is largely being raised by the internet. So they don't understand what social structures that used to put everybody in line. And I believe the last election was a hint that this generation, they don't have much loyalty in the people. They are just flowing with their emotions. Anywhere the emotions take them. So it means that any government that is coming on board must understand their mindset, their aspirations, and their expectations, because they are the majority. If democracy is government of the majority having their way, and the minority having their say. So already, the majority in terms of our population are a generation that don't understand the language that we inherit. And this is a generation that is increasingly becoming frustrated because the political and economic system is excluding them because we don't understand their nature. And that is why, for example, let me speak politically. A person that is talking can come within few months and get 6 million votes. Which before, that was following the Roman political traditional structure. So it shows that the age structure is important. Their needs are different from the needs our own needs. So we need to factor that in ensuring that accountability is delivered for the majority. Then we have the issue of prenatal mortality out of organ expenditure. These are statistics for out of school children for Kaduna State, UNESCO, 35% of schools with some classes held outside. In Kaduna, about 35% of our schools have classes, one form of classes being held outside the classroom because there is no provision for infrastructure. And this is according to the annual school census survey carried out by the Ministry of Education. The same survey said that 78% of schools in Kaduna are without sufficient seating positions. Then other issues is that in all of this, Kaduna has a debt service budget of about 35.4 billion naira. Also, liabilities as of the last time check based on the clearance framework, that areas clearance framework that the state government is about 23.1, and this thing is increasing. So the critical question we need to ask is, we are holding the governor accountable to ensure that despite this scenario, is able to deliver what the state development plan has said the state will deliver. This might not seem society has said it. It is the government by themselves that put targets for themselves that this is what impact we should expect to see at the end of the implementation of this plan, which the current government has promised to sustain. So we are equally holding the current governor accountable for this. I'll use their property. As of 2019, and this is the state development plan, 84.9% of Kaduna state were said to be poor in terms of income. So by the start of the development plan, the state government said that by 2021 we will reduce it to 82%. By 2022, we will reach 60%. By 2023, 78%. By 2024, 76%. By 2025, to 74%. And that's why we are discussing, we say we need the annual sector implementation plan to help us see whether between that time and 2023, whether poverty has reduced or actually improved. So this is what we are holding the government accountable to based on what they hold by themselves. So we can only measure them based on that. So looking at the overview of the budget law and in the context of the first component of what I have highlighted, you know, when we're talking about the public financial management system earlier, we say the Oga Pata is the 1999 Constitution. So when understanding the budget law of the state, you have to first refer back to the 1999 Constitution to see what it states around their budget, the Auditor General and the Office of the Auditor General. So if you go to the 1999 Constitution, I think part 2, it talks in section 125, it gives you a background of how the Auditor General is to be appointed. And you can see it there where it talks about that the Auditor General who shall be appointed in accordance with the provisions of 126. So because of time, I won't be going deep into that, but since we are also sharing the presentation, look at the fact as well, because the slide itself is almost a 40 pages and we have to squeeze time. And that is somebody. It's actually somebody of it. So we also look at the powers of the General. Shall have powers to conduct the very checks of all government statutory corporations, commissions, authorities, agencies, including all persons and bodies established by the law of the national, of the House of Assembly of the state. So anybody, not anybody, any body of government now that has been established by virtue of either the executive order or by law, there is endowment in the Office of the Auditor General to carry out the checks on how they utilize their resources. Then further, it also says that within 90 days of receipt of the Accountant General's financial statement and annual account of the state, submit its report to the State Assembly. The beautiful thing about the auditing process is that you can't divorce it from the State Assembly. You can, I think, one of the major institutions that have been mentioned both in the Constitution and in our law is the Assembly. So, whatever report, after they have completed the financial statement that is submitted to them by the Accountant General, the report is supposed to be forwarded to the State Assembly to act on it. Then, the exercise of the functional Constitution, the General of the State shall not be subjected to direction or control of any other authority or person. So by implication, the government, the members of the State House of Assembly should not have powers to do for the General any command or directive to do anything. So it's supposed to be as independent. We have to do business with any other government institution. But I don't know how that is in reality. So, according to the same Constitution, it provides for procedure of the appointment, and some of these things are implicated in the state law. When we get to the state law, we will look at section 126 that provides that, which is again subject to the confirmation of the State Assembly. Then, also another interesting thing is that section 125 is saying, let nobody give the Auditor General command, control, or directive. But 126 is now saying that okay, the governor that appoints. So, person where appoints, is there the likelihood that you can disobey the person who gives you the directive? In practical terms, no, it's possible. But probably it's not difficult possible. Because again, we know that on paper it makes too much sense. But in reality, if a governor does not want a public official or a president does not want a public official, he might end up getting, for example, an allegation and pulled out and all of that. You understand? So these are practical terms, but we hope that our democracy will get to that level where all of these things is independent. So again, the Constitution provides for how the general will be removed from his office. And despite the fact that the government can recommend for his approval, it still needs to talk approval of the state assembly for you to remove the general of the state. Then also here it talks about in terms of his office, once you are appointed, so it talks about retirement age of 60, right? And now we from saying about retirement age. So I think it's 65 retirement, 35. Yes. So, yeah, so quickly we'll go to the Kaduna State law. Because like I said, we don't have that. So if you look at the state law, you have both the long title and the short title of the law. For the long title, it's a law to provide for the public accounts of Kaduna State and for other matters connected therein. Then the short title is Kaduna State Public Law 2021. So this is how the Kaduna law is structured. Part one basically talks about the title, commencement, and interpretation of some of the key words in the law so that you know how to apply it in the context of the law. Then part two talks about the structure of the office of the general. And then chapter 3, part 3 sorry, talks about the powers and functions of the general. 4 talks about the body standards and annual accounts. 5 talks about the public accounts committee. 6 talks about establishment of the general for local government. 7 public service boards. And 8 these are miscellaneous provisions in the law. So, just like we have in the 1999 Constitution, there is a similar provision for the establishment of the office of the general in the ministry. So, I'm not because it's almost the same wordings as we have read in the Constitution. Then, if you go to section 5, the same thing, it talks about appointment of the general. And this is what the state for the state. The general shall be appointed by the governor on the recommendation of the Civil Service Commission, subject to the confirmation by the State House of Assembly. So, again, State Assembly is reoccurring over and over again, and that is why they are very central to accountability in the university. So, below, it provides for the qualification. Which the person has to be full membership of a professional accountancy project, body running, then minimum of 15 years experience, update experience. Then tenure of office, we have already talked about that. It's also aligning with the 1999 Constitution. Even though that Constitution does not provide age, but this provides 65 for age, and in terms of years of service is 35. Then cessation of office is almost the same process for the Constitution, what the Constitution recommends, and also what the state is recommending. So some of the reason is inability to discharge the functions of the office, whether arising from infirmity of mind or body or misconduct. While the second talks about resigning disposition via writing a notice to the governor. Then powers and functions of the general based on our state law. Then what he's saying is that all reasonable precautions have been taken to safeguard the collection of public monies and that the laws, directions, and instructions relating to it have been duly observed and obeyed. So if you look at the annual general report, and particularly for this year, we commend the Office of the Auditor General for consistent improvement. We now have the compliance report being deliberately different from the main report, so that we know that these are not just generated based on financial statement. There were due process followed in arriving at the report. Then all monies appropriated or otherwise because have been expended applied for the purpose for which the grant made by the Executive of State Assembly. So every purpose, the report is supposed to show that every purpose that government has spent, that there is evidence that that purpose has value for money. So it's not that government just spending money and there's no evidence of that money on the ground and even down to the impact. Then also ensure that adequate government regulations exist for accounting and financial proposals in the state. So in terms of policy environment auditing, it is the responsibility of the office of the Auditor General. So I talked about value for money earlier. So one of the things is to ensure that money that has been expended with due regard to the economy, efficiency, and effectiveness and efficiency in accordance with the public finances, control and management law and financial regulation. So when we were presenting on public financial management legal framework, you will recall that we had the public finances, control and management law as one of them. So this is saying that there must be alignment of compliance with that law in that direction. The next is talking about satisfactory procedures have been established to measure and report the effectiveness of programs. So this is very important because in this part of the world, we think building road is development. We think building school is development. We think building hospital is development. But what this is saying is that there is in value for money effectiveness means that you have built hospital, as it reduce child and maternal mortality. That you have built schools, as it reduce illiteracy or out of school children. So that is what effectiveness is talking about when we talk of value for money. Then the attention of appropriate authorities should be drawn in case of any irregularities observed in the process. Then next, it also talks about queries and observations that arise as a result of the money being projected are addressed to the accountant general. So if there is an issue with any entity, the Auditor General is expected to challenge it through the office of the accountant general. Then also, I'll just quickly go to section 2 here where it talks about the Auditor General shall express his opinion as to whether the financial statement of accounts are in line with the requirements of international organization of Supreme Court institutions or any recognized international community. So generally, when it comes to auditing process, there are standards. And one of the things that the Auditor General is reporting should actually be to say was the standard adhered to or not. So, also quickly, we have audit queries in section 16, which says without submitting any other condition implementation of this law, every person who fails to or refuses to reply to an audit query or observation within the period specified in the query or after 1 month from the date the query was issued, talks about disciplinary action for that particular person. And the Auditor General may write to the appropriate body for the enforcement. So when there is failure to respond to queries, it is expected that the Auditor General will inform or officially write to the appropriate person so that the appropriate person can enforce the disciplinary action for that. Then Section 17 talks about the establishment of the Public Accounts Committee. So that is basically what it is. So we don't need to, it's just the establishment there. So in terms of the activities of the Public Accounts Committee, Section 18 clearly outlines some of them. And this is a summary. Like I said, the law is available, it's 47 pages. We will try to just summarize it in a few pages so that we can keep the State Assembly and in particular the Public Accounts Committee, which is expected Public Accounts Committee, which is expected to be an independent body that will look at the report objectively and work on it. Then second is to examine the audited accounts of the state and of all offices and courts within the state. And the Auditor General's report here on has been from time to time referred. Then next is to examine the accounts of MPAs. Then the next one is to also the accounts of statutory corporation boards, other government bodies from that. So these are just its spheres of functions and power. Then next is to determine the costs which led or might have led to excesses over approved appropriation and make recommendation where necessary. So for example, there are instances where if they observe that the state government, the executive arm, spent above what was appropriated for them, they are supposed to look at it and come up with recommendations. So they are not only fighting and fighting, they are also supposed to provide recommendations on how to stop that. They perform any other function that the State Assembly can assign to the Public Accounts Committee. Then the report. So having done their work, we've done the review, the examining, and all of that. The next is that within 3 months after the receipt of the report, they are supposed to submit its finding to the General Assembly that they serve within, I think, 1 month after. Then secondly, also is that within 3 months, any other matter referred to it. So, like we highlighted in the previous section, the Assembly can forward to any other issue outside its statutory mandate that has been highlighted either in the Constitution or in the state law. So, the same goes for the subsequent subsections against the report. Then, another part of the law is the establishment of the audit committee. So, what this is saying in section is that in all MTAs, an audit committee should be established. Secondly, the purpose of that audit committee is to implement all recommendations contained in the Auditor General's report that will be approved by the State Assembly and any other resolution or directive of the State Assembly. So one of the things that we need to highlight here is that in carrying out the duties of the Public Accounts Committee, it is important that we first establish, does every entity have an audit committee? Because when they do their resolutions, it is expected that it is these audit committees that will be held accountable to implement the recommendations. Because one of the questions that we ask is, apart from the fact that we have the also backlog of reports, we also have issues of lack of implementation of the resolution or recommendations of the Public Accounts Committee. So the existence of this audit committee is important in ensuring the enforcement or the implementation of that particular audit. So Madam, alright. So I will quickly round up because we are receiving prayers. So if we are doing by 1:30, we'll go for prayers and lunch, and then come back and complete for the meeting 1 or 2. So basically, another area that I want to highlight for this example is section 25. And what this section 25 is saying is that just the way other entities should have first line charge of their money, that is how the office of the Auditor General is supposed to be. So when the budget of the office of the Auditor General has been approved, when the revenue of government comes and they are allocating monies to agencies, statutory agencies that should receive first line charge, that means before government starts spending, those ones, their money will be removed and sent to them, so that their money is not included in whatever expenditure that the executive will do. So also, that is what is expected with monies that is for the office of the Auditor General. The same thing now with the Kaduna State House of Assembly. Once revenue comes, it's not to say we have projects apparently, no. By virtue of the law, the ideal situation is that the committee that the law established that should liaise with the AG, Accountant General and others, should reconcile how much is to go to the State Assembly for this month. How much media participation in audit media process, the effectiveness of public accounts committee. This is law. But Kaduna in 2021, because they released their 2021 performance in 2022. So they expecting it at 2021. Kaduna was 12th across the 36 states in terms of the economic process. And we were doing better in 2020 where we were 6th. So we fell from 6th to 12th in 2021. Then they now highlighted some of the factors that led to this story. One is that the financial autonomy clause is not operational, and the office of the Auditor General of the Council is still within the dependent authority, which is the executive arm. So it means that the Auditor General has to also go to Government House and block it if he wants to get operational vehicle. If you want to get overheads, you run because of that. So that is one. Then the second one is that the state audit service board has not been activated. So it means that we are implementing the law in which, because in the law there's a provision for this already. Then the process of appointing the General in the last day as approved for the audit law. So this one is commenting for the appointment process. Then the next one is that the law does not provide security tenure for Auditor General. So the Auditor General is still subject to being removed by one issue. You understand? Because it's still only based on years of service or retirement as against the ones we have with the permanent commissioners, where they have a fixed tenure of 5 years. So you know that whether government or whether government will, your office is secured at your general. Then the next one is that the law provides legal basis for the works of the office. And so this is also scoring the now because the law is usually in report, is usually online. And most times it is timely. I'm rounding up. So the office of the General published the full audit report for 2021 financial year. Then the next one is the implementation of audit recommendation So as for the time of this assessment. So why is 2020 here? Is because we have backlogs. So they can't do that of 2021 when already they are still in government. We have some, they still doing that of 2020 there. So that's why then there is no evidence the office produce any performance documents. So but this is 2021. I want to comment the office that in 2022 we saw semblance of performance audit, which is progress. But based on standards, the office is not yet there. Because what we saw was that this particular project in this location we visited, this is the amount, and we just saw performance. So performance audit is deeper than that. It looks at the economy. Even at the fact at what rate the government gets the improvements in this efficiency. What it acquired, was it enough to deliver on that particular thing? Effectiveness, what they have finally constructed, is it impacting the life of the people? So that is how performance is looking at value for money. The next is citizens accountability report. That is available and also government rules down on it. There's two sides. So for this one, our engagement with the Auditor General's office of Kaduna, Scott Kaduna District. So they are supposed to come and tax civil society. Because our report that the office. So anybody from the office of the Auditor General would give his bid to civil society to show us appreciation. Then the last one is the public accounts of the consent was not completed in the year of 2021, the report of the federal accounts of the university. So these are some of the key things that we use to do that. Then opportunity for us is that because there is increasing political awareness and consciousness, there will be increase in demand for accountability. So government, civil society need to take advantage of that opportunity to continue to engage. Then ongoing review of the OTP, milestones can be infused there that will help strengthen office of the Auditor General. Then the sustained blueprint. So the sustained blueprint says they will continue and consolidate on what has been going. So all the successes currently being achieved, we will hope to see that they are not only sustained, but they are accelerated and elevated and scaled up to another level. Then in terms of social accountability, there are a lot of accountability mechanisms in the state. That when the office of the general is going out for performance audit, all you need is to invite the civil society. Don't worry, you will get information here. The ones you don't have, we will also complement the effort. As we will see later in another presentation, even the Auditor General is having difficulty accessing certain documents that should naturally be made available to them by virtue of the law. So we will discuss that in the subsequent. So we have three. I'll just make them through the last slide. One, technical capacity of auditors to strengthen to effectively conduct performance audits and produce standard reports. So yes, the office of the Auditor General for both state and local government are trying their best. They are doing a lot, but the world is evolving. So also the professions are evolving. So also the standards are evolving. So we want to see a situation where staff of these offices would also be trained to carry out performance audits. Because the performance audit that will tell you whether the money is impacting or the money is just in the sky and we're seeing millions, or whether it is changing lives and impacting. Then the view of the law is also important to include civil society and citizens in carrying out audit performance audit in communities. There should be established audit alarm committee. So if you look at the law, it is only at the local government level that alarm committee provide for citizens to But at the state level, it does not provide for that. It only says that there is an audit committee on entities, but does not make provision for citizens to provide information. Then there shall be state, the timeline for review of audit reports by Public Accounts Committee should not exceed 120 days. So state assembly should empower the Public Accounts Committee to actually do that. If it means they get accountants and all of that, to second them to the office, to do all the technical things and come and show them the fast track. Now the state assembly should actually fund the capital. The state assembly should publish online their resolutions and findings and recommendations of the AG for the General's report. We want to see what is the resolution taking, what are the recommendations. Then offices of the General and Public Bank should be deliberate about enhancing civic participation in audit process. And the next one is Supreme Audit Institution should own and manage their website without relying on it. And this is important because now your general, for example, there was a time report that was saying, sir, you did not publish your report. And I said, oh, let me call this government agency. They are the one I sent to for them to upload on the government website. So I'm supposed to be an independent organization or institution that should upload its documents, its activities, and all of that. Then another important thing is that the state audit offices should publish online activity reports submitted to Parliament. So there's a part of the law that if you go deep into the document, it talks about that the General's office should annually submit its activities to PAC committee, so that PAC knows that okay, within the year, this and this and this and this is what we intend to carry. So it is this same document that is expected to be made public. So also so with these recommendations, we also help the state to increase in action. And people would wonder why this is important. Because the world is also going into economic crunch. The multilateral organizations, the donors and IDAs, before they give you money now, you have to demonstrate that you have all of these institutions so that you know that when you give this money, it will be utilized as it is. So getting loans and getting grants is no longer going to be easy party. All of these things we are discussing have now become preconditions for most of these things to happen. And because every vote matters, it is important that we continue to strengthen the office of the General and that of the Public Accounts Committee to ensure that we remove those 8 million from the dimensional report out of the government. Thank you very much for your time. 2 o'clock be enough for us to go and pray one by one.
2:30. You said 2:30.
2:30. So if we come back 2:30, we have 1 hour, 1.5 hours. So that means we might end up exceeding before.
No harm.
No harm.
No harm.
No, that's why we want to agree. So maybe we close by 4:30. So please, I don't know that you get some share.
Zai misalla sai mu iya alamatun da kasar mu a kama